listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts. Max Cassidy, your future AEW champion. Fucking man. Yeah.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're here at episode 74 for AEW Dynamite. What's up, Gilch? What's up, Jay? Bay in the house tonight. We had some, professional wrestling because, of course, it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite. All Elite Wrestling's kicking off. We have Excalibur, Taz, Tony Schiavone on commentary. It's coming from the Schottstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, I believe. And we get the opening match, which, real quick, I just want to get a round table real quick, whoever wants to come in first. What did you guys think that this was the opening match? Were you okay with that? With Mr. Jay Lethal versus Orange Cassidy kicking off Dynamite?
I know me and you probably are, but I have a feeling one of the three of us is not very happy.
Okay. Who's that? Is that Jay?
Of course, we have to see a circus match to start off AEW Dynamite here tonight in Columbus, Ohio. Why not?
Yeah, I guess so. Orange is growing on me little by little. I mean, I can't lie. I do love orange juice. It's one of my favorite drinks in the world. I drink it almost every day. I'm not going to deny that. Now,
do you drink it with from concentrate or naturally squeezed?
I like it with pulp. I like it with pulp, and I like Tropicana. I like the good stuff, the $8 bottles. You know, I'm not fucking around. My supermarket's going up through the fucking roof right now. The bill every fucking month I go and I get my orange juice and I stockpile. And every day I drink the orange juice, but you know what? I never think of Orange Cassidy until last week. When every time I pulled out the orange juice now, I have no choice but to fucking think of Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed. And it's been bothering me that for the first time now, when I grab a bottle of orange juice, I see his fucking face on the bottle. Bothers me, Gilch. It's a transition, and I have to accept it, I guess. It is what it is. I'll get used to it. Like I said, I'm getting used to Orange versus Jay Lethal tonight. Main event. I think it had potential to be the main event if it would have went a little longer. But because it was such a short match and it had a couple of storylines intertwined into this match, as we'll see, we get into the notes right now. Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. You have Sanjay Dutt out there, who is also now the new vice president of creative, I heard. Did you guys hear about this?
What?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
It happened today. Tony Khan made a big announcement on his Twitter. He released a memo, a statement, showing 5 different people's roles, including Tony Schiavone was one of those names, and he is now the head of creative relations, meaning he will talk to all the talent and, evaluate and give them ideas, and of course, because he has 40 years of experience, and he is the, the guy they've had the longest, I guess. He signed on board pretty early, I think earlier than Jim Ross. Tony Schiavone, man.
I misunderstood you. I thought you meant Savage Singh. I was like, what?
No, not Singh. The other guy. Don't get me confused now, because I'm finally starting to remember this guy's fucking name every week. But he's actually pretty talented. I mean, he cuts promos pretty good, and apparently I didn't know he had 20 years of experience as a manager and a producer. Did you guys know that? Jay, did you know that? Jay knows everything anyway. Anytime I ask him if you knew that, he's just like, he got that cool nod. He's got that Bebe shirt on. Do you have a story? Is it story time with Jay, Bebe?
I think we need to fast forward this circus of a match that you're describing here. I think that's what we need to do. We need to save the fans trouble.
Well, anyway, the guys come out. Santam Singh and Dutt, they go backstage because they were barred from ringside earlier in the night. Lethal was ripping a sign from a fan. I thought this was an awesome shot. Jay is going for the lethal injection early. Orange with a dropkick counter and the suicide dive. Lethal crawling up the ramp towards, Santam Singh. And Jay takes control of the distraction because, Sin came out and made that little distraction. Now we see best friends come out on top of each other, trying to be taller than Sin. This looked ridiculous, but I guess it was kind of funny. The fans seemed to get a kick out of it that were over there. I guess everybody there, they're paying money, they want to come out, they want to have a good time, so I guess it's a good time. We'll see what you guys think in a moment. Orange with the high-flying cross-body. Lethal with a vicious dragon screw now, taking Orange to the outside, working on his left leg on the steel stairs with the stomps. Back from break, we see Jay Lethal with the figure 4. Orange able to break it by grabbing the ropes. Nope. Orange with the stun dog millionaire goes for another DDT, countered by Jay with a backbreaker. Now Jay on the top rope looking for the elbow. Now Orange rolls away. Basically what happens is Jay Lethal did a good job of working on that leg tonight. Orange did a good job of selling it at the end, and they actually had a nice finish. Jay Lethal does a super kick to the knee of Orange Cassidy, hits the lethal injection, gets the clean 1-2-3 in the middle of the ring. It was actually a clean finish, so even though it was a circus act, like Jay says, because of all the shenanigans going on ringside, the people, the best friends, it was still a wrestling match, and it still had a clean wrestling match finish. So for that, I'll give it a 3 stars, because it was a pretty decent match. I had fun with it. And a clean finish, and I like the fact that Jay Lethal's getting TV time and looking good, because I like Jay Lethal, man. I'm a Jay Lethal fan. I respect Jay Lethal, man. What do you think, Jay? Go for it, man. I know you're probably going to destroy this shit right now.
This is one of the most embarrassing things I think I've seen in wrestling television. But let's not forget the really, really most saddest, embarrassing display that I saw Sunday night at Ric Flair's last match in the main event. That was the worst thing I ever saw in my entire life. My eyes still can't get over it. But tonight, I see a circus show. What do I see? I see best friends trying to what? Be taller than Singh? And then nothing happens between the two, and they just awkwardly walk away, and the camera goes into the ring. Are you expecting me to believe that this is a great wrestling match, or the fact that they were on the ramps fighting? I'm pretty sure there was a 10 count there, boys, but I don't know. Maybe I was the only one counting tonight.
Well, every referee counts different,
more.
Jay. Some count fast, some count slow, some don't count at all.
That referee is known for the most botches. I could play a video of him for 2 hours making botches and looking at people when they're getting tags or not.
I'd love to see those
videos. I want to
videos.
hear that shit. I actually got duped. I thought this match was going to start off with wrestling, not a circus show. And what happens? We go into the circus show. We start into the headlock, start into the shoulder tackles, and then what happened? We see the circus act. We see the pockets. We see the pop-up. We see the drop kick. And the drop kick was weird. It wasn't even to his chest. It was to his back. What was that about? Was there some miscue there? Maybe. But I was not feeling this match whatsoever. Like you said, it's a circus show. It's too many interference, too many people. Jay Lethal's better than this. He always has some TV time to me. It's just they put him with a guy that was concussed, and now they put him with a circus boy. So, I don't know. I give this no stars.
Okay. How about you, Gilch? What did you see tonight?
Oh boy. When I saw him come out to kick off the show, I was like, really? I mean, so we have two guys. One guy in Jay that we keep complaining that he doesn't get enough TV time. Getting the opening match on Dynamite made me happy.
Yeah.
Versus a guy who I actually like. I actually like him. But there's so many other guys I'd rather see in there with Jay Lethal putting on like a 5-star banger.
I can definitely get on board with that.
Yeah, when these two guys came out and he was sitting on top of his shoulders, I almost threw something at my TV. I really did. I wanted to throw something at TV. I said, how are you going to continue to model yourself as, oh, we're a professional wrestling company. We don't do this bullshit. And you're going to do it immediately. I mean, in the first match. So that'll piss me off. The match overall I didn't think was that bad. I'm going to go, I agree with your 3-star. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I felt like they did what they had to do with the time they had and the match they had, and they made the absolute most of it. And unfortunately, right now, this company is being run by a guy who idolizes another guy, but yet wants to talk shit about him at every single moment he gets. Let's be real. Tony Khan is a fucking Vince McMahon fucking super Mark fucking fan. He loves Vince McMahon. He won't fucking come out and say it. He'll fucking take every chance to stab him in the back. But at the end of the day, all he's trying to do is copy and paste Vince McMahon's formula, which is create superstars, make money. Create superstars, make money. Create superstars, make money. And that's what Orange Cassidy, unfortunately, is doing for him. He's making fucking money, selling fucking merch, and putting views on goddamn YouTube, and little kids dressing up like him at the beginning of the night. Let's not forget, at the beginning of the night, we saw that little kid not only dressing up like him, but trying to act like him, and then Orange even fucking pounded him for it. Oh, this kid's fucking cool.
And that kid is a mark. That kid is about to get beat up everywhere he goes, in every grade in school. He is a mark.
That kid's
Put
walking
his
into
picture
school
up.
tomorrow.
I want his picture up. He's a
That
mark.
kid's walking
I want
into
everybody
school
to beat him
tomorrow.
up tomorrow.
He's looking at his teacher. Teacher's going, "What's the matter?" He's gonna go. And that's
As soon as he steps out the house, he's
Hey, at the end of the day,
right.
Orange actually did a good job of selling all that shit at the end, the work on the knee. He kept going for the orange punch. You know, there was a nice kick from Lethal to the knee. Like I said, got the injection. Sanjay Dutt comes out, says, look at this little hippie. You nailed it. You nailed it. Looks like you got jaundice. What happened to you? Big, strong guy. You know, come on out, man. Your match on Rampage, you know his name, Wardlow. And then right now, I want you guys to tell me your thoughts on this match that's going to be coming up between Jay Lethal and your TNT champion Wardlow. Do you think Jay Lethal's even got a shot at taking the strap off? I mean, I don't think so, right? I think they're like, even if they screw him, right? Is that even a possibility? Do you think they screw Wardlow out of the title so he can move up to something else, or no way, right? Jay, Dave, whoever. Dave, you here? Where's Dave? Fuck, Dave's done.
I can't see him winning, but I think we got the possibility of a good match. This is a.
Well, that's for sure, yeah.
This could be almost. I hate to say this for a guy who's so over, but this could be a little bit of more of a coming out for Wardlow, because we've been wanting to see more, and we've seen a little more every week. Not as much as I want to see from a guy who's about to turn into Goldberg, but I'm excited to see what he could do with Lethal.
I mean, honestly, I'm excited for it too, because like Jay Lethal's one of those guys. Like, there's nobody. He's on the list of guys that will make you look incredible. He's on the list of wrestlers who will make you look incredible. So either one of two things are going to happen right now. Either they're going to screw Wardlow, take the title off him with like a big fucking screw job or something. They create a storyline, maybe get it back, whatever. Or Wardlow just ends up looking like a god in a 20-minute banger and holds the title. Jay, what do you think's going to happen?
I think we're stuck with Wardlow. I mean, I said it
Stuck?
since we won the belt.
So you don't like him as champ?
We're stuck with Wardlow. We're stuck with Wardlow, TNT belt. I don't think anybody's going to take it off anytime soon. Let's be honest.
But do you like him as
Jay
champ?
Lethal when you have Jay Lethal with a bunch of clowns, that match is not going to be good. Let's face it. Point blank and simple. Wardlow is the champ. And honestly, I don't see anybody taking the belt off anytime soon. I don't even see having great matches. Even though Jay Lethal is an accomplished Grand Slam champion in his own, I just don't think he's able to carry Wardlow. I think it's just going to be the same mesh up that we always see when he's put to veteran wrestlers. Should we start naming MJFs and see how those matches was? There was nothing in there. He's going to do the same shit. He's going to run away, run around the ring, come in. It's going to be a circus show. It's not going to be a wrestling match here.
I guess we'll have to wait.
I think we're going to see.
I don't know about that.
I think we're going to see the same thing we saw tonight. He's going to work on one body part on Wardlow, and that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be a great wrestling match. Let's face it. Wardlow is limited on the moves, and he can't really wrestle, and I don't think he could go 30 minutes. I'm sorry.
Well, over his 3-4 year tenure at AEW, I've seen him do a variety of moves off the top rope, off the apron. I mean, I've seen him mix it up. Yes, in the last year and a half, in the last year and a half, his moveset has been stagnant because they've been pushing and promoting him a certain way. But before that, when we got to see him mix it up, we saw he has a variety. He's a talented guy.
No,
and let's not forget,
we only saw moves.
I think he's gonna surprise you, man. I think you're shitting on Wardlow for no reason. He's super fucking talented, man.
I'm not shitting on Wardlow. If he's fucking talented, show me a fucking wrestling match. Show me some technical moves.
You can't blame him for that.
You didn't see that swanton?
Yeah, exactly. You didn't see the swanton? Come on.
That's a technical
He doesn't need a submission, man.
That's a technical move.
He doesn't need a
He
submission.
can't grapple with a guy.
He doesn't need a submission.
I'm not buying it. Dude.
If you asked me, I'd book him in 2-minute matches. I would book him in 2-minute matches for the next 2 years. Let him sell his merch. Let him have his run, and then he can get into the more serious storylines. For now, it should be Wardlow. Wardlow eats the world. And literally let him fight the whole fucking roster until he runs through every shitty fucking challenger.
Welcome to Warlord's world. That's stupid. That's a stupid line to say. I don't even like that line. Let's face it, Warlord's world.
Give it a chance.
Come on. For a minute,
doesn't that sound funny?
I thought he was gonna do like an acknowledgement kind of thing.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Warlord.
Anyway, next we're going to see a video package of Hook's big win against Ricky Starks, which was, pretty cool last week. And then also Taz later in the night is going to tell us on commentary that he's done with Team Taz. He's done with Hook. He's done with Hobbs. He's done with Starks. Let them figure it out. Did you guys find that to be shocking or obviously kind of obvious?
I didn't
even know why it was mentioned. I thought it should have not been mentioned. I think we all got the hint.
I think they just wanted to add some official shit to it, we like Hook as FTW champion, though. What's going to happen now? Who is he fighting? Is he defending it on Rampage? Is this a Rampage? Because he wasn't on tonight. He's not... is he on Rampage? I don't think he's on Rampage or title of the belts.
Oh, boys, you know how I feel about the FTW belt and how it's being taken, so I'll leave it to you on that.
Well, I don't really care about that title. It's a nice looking piece. It looks cool, and that's all it's about. It's a little like, it's like wearing a big necklace, big chain or something, like Pride, some shit, whatever. I don't know. Next, what are we gonna get next? Oh my God, I didn't expect this to be this early in the night. I thought this was gonna be more like towards the 9 o'clock hour. And that's the Undisputed Elite returning. And, who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? Says loyalty is power, it's success, it's everything. Trios tournament coming up. Crowd hushes when he says it. If you aren't medically cleared, you just can't do the tournament, Young Bucks. What I'm trying to say is you won't be physically capable of doing the tournament. We see the Undisputed Elite turn on the Young Bucks and proceed to destroy them. Kids are crying in the crowd on the camera. Bobby Fish with a chair on the throat of Matt Jackson. Adam Cole goes for the move but is cut off by Hangman Adam Page, who comes to save the day. And apparently he's picking the Bucks over the Dark Order, right? Is that where we're going with this? Because I did hear some cowboy shit chants, which is better than not. I don't know. He comes out, they all run. Cowboy shit chant starts. Elite are running. But it looks like the original Elite are back. I don't know. What did you guys think of this? Gilch, I'll go to you first because I know you're a Bucks guy. So let's get your point of view on like the betrayal by Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and then Hangman coming to their rescue.
Some long-time storytelling. It felt like this was coming for a while, right? With the little tension when Red Dragon first came in. They were like, did you know about this? So I think we kind of figured this was going to happen. I'm praying this will eventually lead to Bucks and Kenny versus Adam and Red Dragon. But either way, I'm glad that they're kind of split up. I like the Bucks by themselves, to be honest with you. Even though they fit, they won't fit into it so well, Bullet Club and everything. But I like the Bucks on their own, and I don't care for Red Dragon that much. I never really did, even in the Undisputed era. But I'm an Adam Cole diehard loyalist. So overall, I thought it was a good spot. I liked it. Give me 4 stars for the spot.
Okay. I was just happy to see Kyle O'Reilly back in the ring. I'm a Kyle O'Reilly guy. I like him more than Hangman. I like him more than Bobby Fish. I think he's needs to get away from all these fucking people. But that's me. Jay, what do you think?
A lot of emotions watching this. I think what got to me was the fact that they came back, so I was kind of thrilled. I was pumped. I was like, wow, they're all together. It's just great. Finally, the roster could be a little complete. Then all of a sudden, it kind of got me disappointed that Adam Cole said he's not medically clear. So that just kind of is a bummer because now I can't really see him in that trios tournament and whatnot. So honestly, I'm a little another emotion. I'm confused because I wouldn't know who Red Dragon would team up with to go against the Bucks. I guess what it looks like to be the final from what it seems like, because it's a great story here. I love the betrayal. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Adam Cole delivered a great promo. The betrayal was necessary. Like Gilch said, there was a lot of tension from the start. These three guys came, from that other company, and they came here, and they're a great unit. They won all the gold in another federation. They could win it here. I love it. Overall, I love the Bucks on their own. I mean, I was really, really pissed off, I guess, when I see, a member of the Dork Order, Adam Page. He comes out.
Call him the Dork Order?
Hold on. Listen to this, folks. A former AEW champion comes out to make the save with butterflies on his jeans. That's right, folks. You heard it right. Former AEW champion was wearing butterflies on his jeans tonight on live TV. What does that say enough about Adam Page? Enough said. Overall, I'm with Gilch on this. I like it. I'm going to rate it the same. I think it's a 4-star. Perfect.
I'm not going to... I don't think it was a 4-star because I think it should have been bigger and better of a betrayal. The betrayal should have came at a match. It should have came during a moment. It could have had more meaning. This was just like a random moment. It could have been more psychological, better vignettes done, better quality of production is all I'm saying. Because a betrayal is a big thing. It doesn't happen every fucking day. So you don't just take a moment of betrayal and just waste it on a random fucking Dynamite. So let's get back to your theory. I'm talking now, real quick. Let's get back to your theory, Jay, where you like to say...
It was rushed, fuck.
You like to say,
I feel like that.
Yeah, Tony Khan is a shit booker. You say it all the time, and this was a shit booking. This is an opportunity to make a beautiful storyline over 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And build it up for whatever, even the pay-per-view coming up. In September. Do the betrayal then. Make them think. Make them think we're on your fucking side. Yeah, we're gonna, we're there, and then screw them. Make it better. 3-star for me. It could have been better. And Hangman, came out kind of hesitant to shake their hand. So it's like we don't even know. We're still left with questions. We don't know if he's actually with them or if he just came out to help them. I think that's my take on it. I don't know. And you know what? I don't even fucking care. This storyline could have been better. Fucking Adam Cole can't even wrestle. Kyle O'Reilly's stuck in some shitty triple threat storyline. So one of my favorite wrestlers isn't gonna get a solos push. Fuck it. Let's get back to the AEW interim world champion. Jon Moxley, who's going to cut a promo right now, talks about Jericho Yuta match. Says, I don't care who wins. When the bell rings, I have no respect for anyone trying to hurt my opponent and paint the canvas with their blood. I don't care what day it is. When it's all done, we're going to make the Heart Dungeon look like a daycare center. 3-star because a lot of the same shit he says. I did like that last line, though. Turn the Heart Dungeon into a daycare center. I'm sure you guys weren't super impressed with this promo. Maybe I don't know. What do you think, Gilch? Moxley promo?
It wasn't bad. Usually when he talks, I just fast forward.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I won't kill it, but I just have, when he talks, I just kind of zone out.
Yeah, no, I feel like this worked because it was much shorter than his usual 2-minute ramblings. Jay, you're shitting on it? Yes? Shit? Move on.
It was all rambling. 5-star for cameraman for cutting off Jon Moxley and going into commercial. 5-star for that.
Nice. And then we get a video segment from earlier today. Tony Storm, Thunder Rosa versus, that match is coming up. But before that, you're going to see Cage, just like what you find here in Ohio. Christian Cage is going to say, just like what you find here in Columbus, Ohio, Jungle Boy was raised by terrible human beings. Now we see a BMW that's being driven by Jungle Boy trying to run Cage over. Security guards have to escort him out. Cage says, arrest this piece of crap. I'm not going to say my thoughts yet. Gilch, what'd you think of this? This little segment they did. They tried to kill Christian Cage. Was it necessary?
No, it's not necessary. And why the heck are we seeing Christian Cage? You'll get into the match, but I wasn't sure what year we were in tonight.
Didn't this remind you like a bad episode from Attitude Era?
I don't know. Right, exactly. Right. It was just like what? No stars, no nothing. This was bad.
Jay?
Nothing to say on this. It speaks for itself.
Yeah, I agree. I think this was unneeded, and it's getting a no rating for me because it just looked really staged and stupid, and I didn't buy it. They could have just ended it with that one-liner that Christian said about the terrible humans in Columbus, Ohio. End it right there. That's a 5-star if they do that. Just end it right there. But no, they didn't do that. Next, we're getting a match: Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa versus DMD, Britt Baker, and Jamie Hayter. They were starting off with the chants right away. Rosa, DMD chants started off the night. The match was pretty good. Now Britt Baker was trying to get in there. She gets hit with the Death Valley driver from Rosa. Rebel distracting Toni Storm allows Britt to toss out Thunder and hit the avalanche on Toni. Then we get the curb stomp from DMD, covering a save from Rosa. The women then at that point have a pretty good, crazy sequence. All 4 ladies in the ring, and we get a double German suplex from Thunder and Toni. Now a double hip attack in the corner, a triple hip attack, Toni Storm, and then a 4th one that hits Thunder Rosa, and then Hayter with a big lariat, and they score the win 1-2-3. Jay, I'll go to you first. What did you think of the match, or what are you grading it? Thunderstorm taking the loss.
First of all, this is match of the night. What can I say? I was mostly impressed with Jamie Hayter tonight. There was a bunch of Jamie Hayter chants. You could hear it a little, not loudly, but you could hear it softly. She was very impressive. She was selling well. She has a nasty forearm shot on Thunder Rosa. I mean, what else can I say? Rosa had a nice comeback, though. She was coming with her strikes and the kicks. She came back with that. I don't know. I call it an ugly stunner because I didn't like the stunner that she did.
Yeah,
but whatever. Maybe some people do. I'm not a fan of it. Toni Storm has her moment, but once again, every time in a Toni Storm match, no matter what we see, what do we see, folks? Her shitty spine buster. And we saw it tonight live in the center of the ring, and it's just too shitty to explain. If you don't know what it is, just watch it. But,
live in Columbus, Ohio.
But Baker was also impressive. She had that top rope avalanche splash, which was probably the move of the night because everybody was on their feet to that. Don't forget Hayter. She came back with that manhandle backbreaker on Rosa. So, I mean, Jamie Hayter really did it for me in this match. And Britt Baker, she has the facials. You even see it on the camera. She even shows it. She has the skill set. Don't forget that roll-up that she got into the lockjaw in the beginning of the match was really great. I thought she was going for a bridge cover, but she went to the lockjaw. So that was great, too. So you could tell that Rosa got chemistry. Now we see Toni Storm hit Rhodes by accident. Now we're going to start seeing, I guess, that storyline and this team to finally break up. So we knew who was going to get the W here. But overall, I was impressed in this match, even though there were some shitty spots. But I'm going to go 3.5 here.
All right, Gilch, what are you saying about that match?
I'll go 3. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be from the Thunder Rosa side. Please, somebody get Toni Storm a finisher. I mean, like, how do you take someone serious? Even if they put on a good match and there's good spots and there's good back and forth and there's nothing botched and it ends, let's say it ends like that with that as a finisher, it's like, what? Like give her something. Hurricane Rana DDT, for God's sake. Anything, please. It's so bad. But yeah, overall, I'll go 3 stars on the match. Britt did her thing. Yeah, 3 stars.
I'm right there with you on the 3 stars. I think Britt carried that whole match. Toni and Thunder had moments where they like Toni forgot when she was the legal person, and Thunder had to remind her, like, you're like in the match. She's like, oh shit. You know, that's a bad fucking spot right there to see on live TV, and like even her expression, like, oh fuck, I fucked up on the hard camera. And also, I didn't like, and I don't like, I never like, okay? Know this. Every time you see somebody drop kick somebody in the back, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the way Thunder does it. I feel like it's a dangerous move. It's a move that ended the career of Paige. It's a move that pretty much almost killed Bruce Lee when he got fucking drop kicked in the back at a fucking secret karate tournament after he kicked the guy's fucking ass. I don't appreciate that drop kick shit in the back. You're playing with people's lives like that. That's how you get stingers, and that's how you get... I feel like anything to the back of the spine should be, like, banned. And shoulders, okay. When you're hitting people, like in the middle, bro, very dangerous. Not cool. Not a fan of it, so that's why I'm only giving it a 2.5. Because it had moments of sloppiness, but the whole thing was carried by Britt Baker, DMD, who's the best performer in that match, for sure. And probably, I agree with Jay, might have had the move of the night. I'll see the whole match and then the whole night. And then
Jamie Hayter was very impressive.
Jamie Hayter was good too. She's really good, man. She's improved. She's so much better than she was last year, without a doubt. But my absolute favorite part of the night was next. We see Sammy, the Spanish God. He's proposing to Ty Conte, whatever. And now America's favorite couple. They won't be on Dynamite because they're busy getting married. Now get mad about it. I'm okay with it. I like it. The kid is living his absolute best life, no?
Yeah.
And did you like that vignette for him? That they're making him into, like, you know, styling and profiling kind of, you know. He could be like the Latino Ric Flair, maybe. I like it.
We'll see.
He should keep going more.
But if he's going to be the Latino Ric Flair, he's got to get divorced about 5 times, right? So... he's got to change him up every couple of years, right? Stay fresh. It's the only way to be evil. Not bad, though. And then we see Eddie Kingston. And, of course, we have to see Eddie Kingston, because what would Dynamite be without another Eddie Kingston promo? Says, cut this shit, cut this shit. Eddie says, you got a receipt coming for you, Sammy. Congrats on getting married. No one cares. Money don't buy health. Check your mail and sign the contract. Blah, blah, blah. Sign it. So they're going to have a match, apparently. Do we have a prediction for that? I'm saying Sammy's got to win that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I just find it sad. I mean, I'm going to critique this. Like, I like the whole Sammy Ty video package. Don't get me wrong. Great. Whatever. Heelish. Great. But let's face it. Eddie Kingston seems to be in a loophole. Like, he seems to be stuck in limbo. And he doesn't know where to go. And I don't think any of the bookers, like Tony Khan or anybody, doesn't know what to do with Eddie Kingston. And it's sad because all he's doing is just fighting the same guys over and over, one by one. And that's not how you build a rising star. Like I said, I called it a few months back. I said he was on the rise. He had this whole momentum. And then they just shot him with all this silly shit with the JAS. And now he's still fighting members of it. I thought he would move on to better things, or even maybe form a tag team or trios and go for that. But I mean,
the trios would have made sense.
I feel really bad for Eddie Kingston on this. Let's face it. I think we should all feel he has potential, and now he's stuck in this, and it's just bad. I think the trios, like you mentioned, will make more sense. Like I mentioned. I mean, who he has there? What's the other guy? Ortiz, the short guy.
They have a whole roster of people that he could work with, bro.
Right, and Eddie Kingston has one partner, right? All he needs is another one. It would make a lot of sense. At least we know he's not going to win the tournament, but at least you could put him there and just get him with new people in there, you know? But now we're seeing the same and, you know, I love the Spanish God just like you guys do. I like to see more of it, but let's face it, like, does Sammy really need to be part of this? A guy that was, let's face it, a 3-time TNT champ.
I think they should have went a little longer with the Sammy promo, and I don't know. I don't think Eddie needed to even be part of that, in my opinion. But, well, Gilch, what do you say?
I like the Sammy profile. You want to build this kid up eventually. I mean, he's like you said, multi-time TNT champion. He's getting fucking bigger and bigger every time I see it.
Yeah.
We know how he can move.
He's eating good. That's why.
Yeah, you know what sucks? Like, we're talking about guys you'd rather see in the ring on a regular basis.
He's one of them.
Give me Sammy over Orange, like 7 days out of 7, like, you know. But otherwise, yeah, it was cool, something different.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more of the promo. I thought they got a good storyline right there with that, because they could be like the modern day Macho Man Elizabeth, you know, First Lady of Wrestling, classy, eventually get away from Chris Jericho, get away from JAS, and it's all about the Spanish God, the AEW champion, who's fucking fighting everybody and kicking ass and having 5-star matches, maybe even shitting on MJF a little bit. Him and MJF have a sick fucking feud. God, please let MJF stay in AEW. We'll see. Oh my God. Anyway, next. I wasn't expecting this shit. Powerhouse Hobbs is in action, and I don't even know who the fuck he fought. Because that match lasted about 4 seconds because he just punched him, hit a couple of clotheslines, no real moves, gets the win. Then Ricky Starks rushes down, attacks Hobbs. Ricky pushes the ref. Hobbs with a spine buster, just putting down Hobbs. I mean, these guys used to be tag team. I thought they were going to let them have a run as the champs. If you were going to break them up, why not let them have a run as the champs and then Swerve take it from them with, them maybe fighting during the match? Like, what the fuck? Again, another team where, like, you have, like, this random breakup and it's not at a big event. There's no real fucking meaning for it other than, like, he's just sick of them. And that's fine, I guess. It was still unexpected and cool, and it still hit the spot and served its purpose. But again, another example of, I think, a storyline that could have been, like, much bigger and better. What do you think, Gilge?
Yeah, I agree. I literally agree with everything you just said. It could have been something built up, grand, just to kind of, it didn't fully deliver. Like, the impact wasn't there afterwards.
I mean, doesn't it make it mean more, like, if Hobbs causes him maybe to either lose that title, or let's say another scenario, they win the tag team titles, and then Hobbs maybe fucks up and causes them to lose. Ricky snaps on him, and then Hobbs just beats the fuck out of him. Now you have a title involved. That's the reason why they're splitting. I don't know. Jay, what did you think? How would you have booked it? The same?
I'm not grading the squash match, so how would I book this whole thing? I mean, I kind of like it. Let's face it. I like it because why? It was shocking, and it's probably going to be one of the most shocking moments in AEW this year. So let's face that. I love it. It was unexpected. I wouldn't change it, but I certainly wouldn't have him in the squash match tonight. I would probably have him with Tony Schiavone, and he just grabs the mic and get Tony out of there and tells us why he decided to turn on Ricky Starks. And then I would have Ricky start and then do the high spy buster and then all that, etc., etc. That's how I would do it.
I mean, to me, it's obvious why he did that to Ricky Starks. He's just sick of hearing him run his fucking mouth. Because that's all Ricky does is fucking talk. And Hobbs had enough.
We all know he's huge, but I think what would have really impressed us if he spoke. If we just hear his promo skills, I think it would have impressed us tonight. But unfortunately, we didn't get that.
Damn, yeah, I want to see him stand next to Big E. He's bigger than Big E, isn't he?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
What's he missing?
I don't know. That's a great question, though. That's a match right there. If they ever do a dream match, AEW, WWE, that's the one match I want on the card. AEW versus Powerhouse. Fucking Big E versus Hobbs. That'd be fucking sick.
Wikipedia says he's only actually 6'1".
Who, Hobbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met Big E. He's shorter than me. So,
really?
Yeah.
He's a big 6'1", though. And I don't just mean like width and everything.
He's probably 5'11" and has boots on. He's just built as 6'1".
He carries himself like 6'5". Like,
yeah, that's for sure. Now, he's a big fucking boy. I don't give a fuck how tall he is. That guy will fucking kill you. We get another promo now, and it's for Miro, the Redeemer. My God, what can I trust? You sent a visitor that's talking to me. She has been telling me things. How can I tell the difference? Evil does not need a mask. It just needs time. And in the end, everyone reveals themselves. And you know the Redeemer will too. Do we like this promo, Jay?
I don't. And I think this is a prime example that we have great talent and we're not even using them on a high alert. I thought this was a high alert, but I guess not. Miro is just one of the wrestlers that I can name, and I just feel bad, man. Like, we don't need to see that. We could see him in the ring, but you see these video packages, and you know where it leads to? Nowhere.
Yeah, probably. Gilch, how about you? Do you think this is going to lead to anything?
He's not wrong. I don't think this is going to lead to nothing.
In Miro's defense, he's getting paid for this, so I don't think he really gives a fuck what they tell him to do, because he's still getting that paycheck at the end of the month. You know, with Tony Khan's fucking stupid signature on it, getting paid and not even wrestling, and I mean,
just come out with the fucking Soviet flag already.
He better not fucking be hurt again, man. Now we get another fucking promo. It's fucking promo time, man. It's promo time. That's like 3 promos in a fucking row, bro, almost. Darby says he got Brody King into AEW, and that's why he's trying to build his name off me, he says. I just want you to know that you asked for this match. I want you to remember that this hand is going to be the last thing you see before I shut the lid on your coffin. Quake by the Lake next week, Brody King versus Darby Allin. Jay, do you have a prediction on that match? And do you even care about this match?
Not a prediction, just for everybody to freaking open their eyes and wake the fuck up. I mean, let's face it, Darby Allin did not get Brody King into AEW. This is just a made-up storyline that makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. So you're telling me he brought him into AEW and Malachi Black did what? So did everybody forget about that part? I guess so. But I'm not duped here, and I think this was just a waste of time, just as we've seen the Miro.
Gilch, Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, it didn't make much sense to me. Like, if it's a fake storyline that's starting to build up, like, it's just odd. I don't know. I have zero expectations for the match, so like I'm hoping like my best case scenario this ends up like a 3-star where Brody King's a lot of his bigger athletic moves and Darby and they work well together. I don't know.
I think Darby's got to win this match. I think this is a must-win situation for him, because considering what Brody has been doing to him recently, just herbing him all over the place, beating him up at autograph signings, abusing him at the Battle Royale, and I think they had a match too, and then abused him during the match too. So I mean, third time's not the charm always. Sometimes it's the 4th time, and I'm hoping for Darby Allin the 4th time is the charm, and he gets his win. Darby's capable of putting on a 5-star match. Now the question is Brody capable of keeping up with Darby Allin and a 5-star match pace? We'll find out. I don't know. I know Darby's capable of a 5-star match. I don't care what anybody tells me. I've seen the kid perform live. That kid is money.
I only saw in my lifetime one 5-star Darby match.
Which one was that?
Probably one of the very first ones. Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. You know why? Because it wasn't a shit show of tables and ladders and stairs and trash cans.
It was just wrestling.
It was a straight up match. It was a straight up match. If I see more of that, I would take it more seriously.
Well, we got a straight up match coming up right now that we've probably seen over 250 times in our lifetime, because we're long life Attitude fan eras. And how many times have we seen Christian Cage versus Matt Hardy, or Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys, or
Street Profits versus Usos?
The match starts off with a brawl, shots exchange. Hardy now clobbering on Cage in the corner. I love the way that Cage is slapping the shit out of Matt Hardy. Matt sends Cage flying to the outside. Matt with the delete bomb sending Cage's face flying all over the turnbuckles. Now Cage, being lazy, having a seat, continues in picture-in-picture. During the break, it looked like Cage was in control, choking on Matt and taking out years of aggression on Mr. Hardy. Back from break, Hardy with the 10 count of punches on the top rope. Now Hardy calling for the twist of fate. Cage has it countered. Kicks Hardy in the face. Now Cage to the top rope. Hardy counters. Big back body drop off the top rope. Hardy now with the elbow drop from the second rope, covering a kick out. Cage goes for the kill switch. Hardy counters, but Cage gets Matt down. We get a diving headbutt from Christian Cage, which is like, wow, I haven't seen that move in a minute. And we're pulling out all the stops tonight, Mr. Christian Cage is. Now Cage goes for his over-the-top rope uppercut. When he hops over the top rope, goes for the uppercut, but Matt catches the side effect, cover and a kick out. Matt now with a side effect on the apron, and now the table coming into play. Matt goes for the elbow through the table, and Cage rolls out of the way and now hits the kill switch, gets the 1, 2, 3. Cage now with the 2 chairs, and he's going for the concerto, but we'll talk about what happens right after we hear what Jay thinks about this match.
Tony Khan. Tony motherfucking Khan.
TK, son, TK.
Has basically given the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff, contracts to kill themselves on live TV right here on TBS every Wednesday night or whatever they fight on Rampage, whatever you see it. What did we just see tonight? You talk about a throwback? Yeah, it was a throwback. What the fuck? You know what shocked me even more? I don't know if it's the match or the fact that Matt Hardy's bald in the back. I didn't even know he was bald. Holy shit.
He's got 4 kids, man. Stress is getting real. His brother's fucking up.
Well, let's face it.
He's 68 years old.
Every move set, every skill thing that he did, and I'll give a prime example. When he was smashing Cage's head through the turnbuckles, 1, 2, 3, he literally ran out of breath. You see him walk away running like that. Even when Cage jumped over, like you said, tried to go to the uppercut and the counter, he was still out of breath. Every move, he always used his hands to get up with his knees to get up. He looked like an old man. Now, this is where he tried to kill himself right here, which was totally unnecessary, which you see in every Hardy match. I don't care if it's Matt or Jeff. A table is on the side. We bring it over here to the ring apron. And what happens, which everybody in the whole arena, even watching on TV, knows he's going to go through the table. What happens? He goes through the table. Why? Why are you doing this? You don't need to do this anymore. You have entertained us with some of the greatest spots in wrestling history. Please, don't kill yourself just like Jeff tried to kill himself, okay? We don't need to see it. It's unnecessary. I even find it funny that the referee was even allowing the guy to just move the table and set him up wherever he is. So what does that tell you of this wrestling match? It was a joke. It was a throwback of a joke. And I really hope that Matt Hardy does not kill himself in the ring. God bless his soul. I'm going to get this to 1 match. 1 star.
1 star. Gilch, what do you think?
Oh, come on.
He's being harsh.
Let him kill himself.
He tried to kill himself on live TV. You saw that? Why is he going through a table? He's almost 50 years old.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, if he wants to do it, let him do it. Who cares? See,
This was excuse me, I'm sorry to cut you off. This was a one-on-one wrestling match, folks. It was no street fight or anything like that. Go ahead.
No, I hear what you're saying, but like, I used to look at it like that way, like, oh, what are you doing this for? You don't have to do it anymore, but fuck it, man. If a guy wants to do it, and they know it's going to get enough views to put it on a major spot on one of the major network shows, fuck it.
But you see, Gilch, this is where I stop you. Remember when we spoke about Jeff Hardy, Darby Allin, when he was doing those spots, we say he didn't need to do it. Now you're saying Matt needs, like, you don't mind it. I'm just saying that these guys, they paved the way, man. They made the Young Bucks. You know what I'm saying? These people grew up to them. They don't need to do this kind of stuff. This is why they run out of breath. This is why they can't do their moveset so smoothly. This is the reason, and they keep doing it. It's unnecessary.
Well, again, I'm going to go back to that look Ric Flair had on his face. That look of like he needs to just do it one more time. Just wait, hear me out. I'm not saying Matt doesn't need to do any of this shit. You're absolutely right. He can go home and retire and have a good life. Hell, got paid a lot of money for the rest of his life off royalties alone.
His wife's too bougie. But all I'm going to say is to end this whole thing is that, listen, man, these guys don't need to do that, but they continue to do it. And Tony Khan is paying for them to do it, to basically kill themselves on live TV. That's all I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure Tony doesn't look at it that way, but you're not far off from being fucking wrong. But at the end of the day, I give this a 2.5 stars because it did have 2 stars in it, and a half star for fucking effort. They're jumping off tables. They're going through fucking ropes. They're trying their best. They're fucking old, but look, Christian still looks like he can go more than Matt Hardy can. Let's be honest. Christian Cage
overall was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Was it a great wrestling match?
Like I said, I loved watching Christian Cage in the beginning of the match slap the shit out of Matt Hardy for real to wake his ass up. Like he said, because he probably saw him, yo, you're fucking sleeping over. Get the fuck up and we're having a match on fucking TBS, you idiot.
It was
they're boys.
It was the furthest from smooth It was slow. It was sloppy, and I'm still gonna agree with you 2.5 stars because it was fucking entertaining.
Yeah, I thought it was super entertaining, and it's fun when you get to see two people like that who you know they're best friends. You know that they're best friends. They've been best friends for like forever, bro. But you know, Cage now setting up with the 2 chairs for the concerto, but nope. That's not going to happen because Luchasaurus is on his way to the ring. But Luchasaurus is only a distraction because now here comes Jungle Boy with a chair of his own. And Christian Cage shows you how good his fucking cardio is. Even after a match, he has absolutely no problem getting the fuck out of Dodge quickly. And Jungle Boy has absolutely no chance to catch the almost double the age, right? He's got to be almost. He's 50 years old, isn't Cage? He's up there. He's out there fucking running marathons, baby. Having matches with Matt Hardy and then making sure Jungle Boy can't catch him. Do we have a prediction for Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage? When it happens?
Well, I feel kind of differently to the storyline. I feel it's falling a little flat to me. I guess it's because of all the running around and they're not throwing hands.
I think it would have did better to keep Jungle Boy off TV this week.
Shout out to Jungle Boy with Christian as a pussy t-shirt. I love that. That was funny as hell. But overall, I think it's falling flat, and I would love, if I would have booked this, I would just have Luchasaurus turn on Jungle Boy and have Cage walk out with the victory. That would really do it for me. But I want Jungle Boy to excel, man. I think he's ready to have that singles run. I mean, if a Joker like Adam Page had it, why not? We can't put it on a guy like Jungle Boy. So I want him. I think this is his time, man.
I'll tell you why not. They need to bring back Marco's stunt because without Marco's stunt, Jungle Boy looks really fucking small next to Luchasaurus. Yeah, but now when Jungle Boy ever stands next to Luchasaurus, he looks like fucking Marco's stunt. I'm looking at a picture of this shit right now. He looks mad tiny next to Lucha, bro. But yeah, I like Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy's a great worker. Got a good move set, good gimmick going on right now.
This should be the first step.
Isn't he like almost their 2 or 3 top merch guy, shirt wise? I think they sell a lot of shirts. The Lucha guys.
I don't know, man.
Jurassic Express. You don't think so? I could do some research. I'll let you know on Friday if you decide to join us for SmackDown, which I doubt. We never see Jay for SmackDown. He hasn't watched SmackDown in about a month.
Listen. If you really want me to go hard on that, I'll do. But
Nah, I want you. It's optional. This whole show is optional because you can't come on here if you're not having fun. So you got to watch a show that you're gonna enjoy. The way Dave's been going, I don't suspect to see him tomorrow night for SmackDown.
Dave.
I don't think I suspect to see any of you motherfuckers here tomorrow night. So it'll probably be a solo dolo show.
Impact.
And you know what? Just to shit on you, I'm gonna ask Big Vito if he wants to come on SmackDown with me tomorrow night. He's got Discord
Vito,
now, guys.
give me a call. Give me a call. All right. You hear me? You hear me?
I'm so confused. Is this not Wednesday? It is, right?
It's Wednesday, yeah.
Okay.
Wednesday.
SmackDown's 2 nights.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Give
keep
me a
thinking,
call, bro.
But isn't it almost like Thursday? That's why, Gilch. I feel like it's already Thursday because it's so late. It's about to be 12. It's almost Thursday. It's almost tomorrow for SmackDown.
Bro, call me.
But now we're going to get into a Daniel Garcia interview. He says it was not just a big win, it's the biggest win in AEW history, and it's not even close. I submitted the American Dragon. I am the Dragon Slayer. I am the greatest sports entertainer of all time. Come back here when your head feels better. I got your number. I'm going to slay the dragon again. Gilch, what did you think of this promo?
It was fucking great, man. It was great.
I thought he killed it. Jay, you? Killed it? Would you rate it?
It was good, but we all know where it's heading, so part 2 coming up soon.
It's headed to fucking Daniel Bryan being a mid-card superstar, unfortunately.
Well, when you have John Moxley, one of the greatest wrestlers out there, hey, man.
Guess what we get next, guys? Instead of a 5-star match from a superstar who's capable of delivering it, we get a video of Pac's 3rd defense of his All-Atlantic Championship in yet another dark, gritty dungeon of a fucking building with a camera phone. And he's fighting some guy named Counter Mills. And then someone, I think they mentioned Kip Sabian might have been the guy that was mocking Pac in the audience. He had a mask over his head. No idea what the fuck is happening here. Poor Kip Sabian. This is what his career has come down to. Let's just stick you in the crowd of 40 people and put a bag over your fucking head while you're there. Yep, that's a great storyline. We'll make sure we get the real 480p footage of that shit.
Man, we thought Pac has really arrived. Oh, he won the new title, this and that. And the first time we saw that, cell phone video of his first defense, and I read that he's going to defend it out of the country, I said, and we realized it was a couple of weeks since we saw him. I said, fuck, they're really not going to put him on TV. They're not going to put that title on TV, guys, at all. At all. This is crazy.
Anyway, go ahead.
I want to say shout out to Pac, man, for holding 205 Live. Now you're holding AEW Dark Live. Hold it down, brother.
Yeah.
Dark is much better than that. Much better than that.
Damn, bro. I said it early today on a Facebook post. I said, I'm done with Pac. I'm done. This is all him. He doesn't want to travel. He wants to stay local. He wants to get paid and not do shit and put over local talent, and that's it. And he's got it. He's got what he wants. He's got his dream gig. He's making money. He's getting paid. He's a local hero at the 50 people that watch him wrestle in the fucking village that has goats and cheese and whatever else they fucking import and export. He doesn't give a fuck, son. I'm telling you right now, Pac right now, he's in his village and he don't give a fuck about what I think. He doesn't give a fuck about wrestling with Savage. He doesn't give a fuck about wrestling with Gilch. He doesn't give a fuck about wrestling with Jay. And he sure as shit doesn't give a fuck about wrestling with anybody in North America. That's all I gotta say. It's a wrap, son. Wow. Pac's whole career, like 50 years, people are gonna be like, didn't they have better cameras for this guy's matches? Like,
I'm always gonna remember him as the Cruiserweight champion.
If they're gonna do that, they can't. Tony Khan can't afford to send one guy out there, like a professional cameraman out there, and get all this footage in 4K glory, at least for your All-Atlantic.
You know who could actually take better quality than that with stuff he uses already? Brandon Cutler.
Yeah, send him out there, do something. He'll be miserable. He just likes to fucking sniff the Young Bucks jock. Fucking guy, bro. Brandon Cutler, man. Don't piss me off with Brandon Cutler. Guess what now? It's another fucking promo. And I actually like this fucking promo. All Ethan Page. He says, cool, we're live? I'm talking to the people? Good. I came out here to ask a question. Why? Why the hell is Ethan Page not on TV each week? Why the hell does Ethan Page not have an action figure? Why the hell is Ethan Page not on the bus? Why? Can you tell me why? Ethan Page deserves better. Why would you guys cheer? Oh, when an Ethan Page shirt comes out, you guys don't go running over there. You morons are not standing in line for me. You nitwits are first in line for an Orange Cassidy t-shirt, for a CM Punk t-shirt, first in line to believe whatever Eddie Kingston spits out every week. Ethan Page is not on TV. This company and these fans are leaving money on the table. Stokely now in the ring asks for the mic. Says, what are you doing? Stokely now whispers, gives him a card. Ethan takes the card and they both leave. Looks like Mr. Stokely's building quite a little stable over there of talent. He's got maybe the greatest female wrestler in AEW. And according to Jim Ross, Ethan Page is one of the most underrated studs the AEW has. Do you agree with that? Do you think this is a good move for Ethan Page, or should he not be going with a manager? What do you think? Go to Jay.
I'm not going to agree with that just because I follow him in Impact and I know what he is, and he fought himself, and I thought that was the stupidest thing I ever saw in wrestling TV history. So I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to go as far as the 3, just for the fact that I saw Stokely out there giving the card, and Stokely has some firepower, but he also has some jokers, let's face it. He even has a new joker that's even injured, so we can't even see her no more. So I'm also kind of thinking what's going on, because Ethan Page is taking the card, putting it in his pocket. So what is that saying about the top team All-American? What is that saying about that? There's no explanation on the back end. He's just coming out randomly after a commercial break with no explanation whatsoever. So it's kind of like making no sense to me. I'm going in that route.
B-Red says he's forming Job Squad 2.0.
Well, I'm just scared because if he's out there with no Dan Lambert or Scorpio Sky, it makes me tell, is Sky injured? Like, what's really going on here? So I like it because it's a 3 and it's a good move for him to do his own thing, but I can't take it seriously because I've seen what Stokely's done lately in Rampage, and I'm not a fan of it.
Yo, Sky's never coming back to AEW, and if he does, he's going to be a certified mid-card after what they did to him. After what Wardlow did to him, how do you come back and have a career that's going to mean anything? It's just not. Like, unfortunately, they shitted on him. He had 15 UFC fighters in his corner, had Ethan Page in his corner. And Ethan Page, too, you just got shitted on. Wardlow shitted on you hard. So how are you going to come out here acting like a badass, and you couldn't even help your boy Scorpio Sky hold down his title? And then you're going to come out here acting like a complete fucking badass 3 weeks later? Like, what changed in the last 3 weeks that now all of a sudden you're such a fucking badass demanding TV time? Since when have you done anything on AEW that fucking demands TV time, Ethan Page? Because last time I checked, every time you were in the ring, your boy Lambert or fucking Scorpio Sky had the mic. You barely fucking said a fucking word. You barely said a fucking word. Now you're going to come out here and go apeshit? I don't know. I like the promo. I like the intensity. We'll see where it leads. I don't know. I'm not rating it, but I did like it. I'm not going to rate it, though. I'm not going to rate it because I don't know where it's going to lead, and I don't know. I'm pretty tossed up about it, to be honest. We get a promo again now, or interview, fucking with JAS, Jericho Appreciation Society, with Anna Jay and Matt Menard and another fucking guy's named Parker, right? Something, you guys know his name? Gilch probably knows his name.
Which one?
The third guy in this interview with Jericho Appreciation Society. Tony Schiavone was interviewing Anna Jay, Matt Menard, and the third other douchebag that's there with the fucking suspenders. I think his name's Parker. I don't know his full name. He never does anything memorable. Should be on the list. I don't know his name. Anyway, who gives a shit? Matt Menard says, you want to know what Daddy Magic... Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? The fact that 1 week from tonight, Jericho is going to be Le Champion for the second time. You getting smart, Tony, they tell him? You know what happens when you get smart. That's the guy that I don't know his name. I think it's Parker, whatever the fuck. He says, it's time you appreciate us. We are the greatest faction in the history of sports entertainment. Anna Jay says, I'm the sexiest, the toughest. Starting to sound like Bianca Belair for a second. Says, I don't mind, proving everybody wrong. Tony, I'll choke you out. I'll choke out the cameraman. And then she starts choking out the cameraman, which I actually laughed at that. I thought that was funny. Wasn't bad. So I kind of actually enjoyed that part. Only the ending, though. What did you guys think of it? Was it needed? I didn't even think it was needed. Unnecessary, right? So many promos tonight. Jim Ross had an entrance again tonight. Again, I'm going to use that phrase. Lack of star power. Lack of star power. No Kenny. No Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, whatever. No CM Punk. Lack of star power. No Sting.
All I'm saying is,
where's Sting?
After that Anna Jay chokeout, and they showed the announcing team and JR looked completely lost. He looked spaced out. I don't know anymore, man.
JR is done, bro. He's like almost as old as Joe Biden.
I can't even hear him commentate no more.
He's fucking old as fuck, bro. That's why he comes out at 9 o'clock. When he comes out, they probably tell him it's 8 o'clock. He thinks he's on for 2 hours. He's only on for 1.
Just stop. Just stop.
He could have full dementia at this point. He could be on McMahon's level. I don't know. I think Gilch is getting upset. I think he likes JR. You're a JR guy?
I am.
I actually told JR, I invited him one time to come have cheesecake at my best friend's bakery. I said, listen, JR, do you like desserts? My friend has the best bakery in all of New York. Come by after hours. You can try whatever you want. Go fucking crazy. And he said, if I wasn't... He replied, though, and said if he wasn't so goddamn drunk, he might. But he was wasted, man. Yeah, that was on Facebook.
It's funny you say lack of star power, because they probably know, like, how many minutes they got to get through. And they're like, hey, look, here's 3 minutes that we can do right here where JR comes out, stands around, waves, walks to the... I mean, that used to be all done. I mean, we've all been to a few shows. That was all done off air.
Yeah.
So now they're just killing time.
Yeah, see that 3 minutes of JR time, I would have rather given that to Hobbs and let him talk for 3 minutes. Or let the match be 3 minutes longer. Or let the fight between him and Ricky... Like, dude, we just saw the craziest match on NXT yesterday. NXT, who is a show that goes in front of 400 people, has half the ratings of AEW, had a better main event last night than AEW has had in a while. Okay? I'm just being honest as far as Dynamite goes. The main of I'm not going to say NXT was the show of the week yet because I haven't seen SmackDown, but I will say I'm pretty sure NXT pulled off the main event of the week this week. That match was crazy, and it all started off with a sequence that they did the week before of Von Wagner and Solo Sikoa fighting from the ring to the outside to the parking lot. Like, they should have did that with Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Like, that should have been a big battle. It shouldn't have been just fucking Hobbs just spine busting him and just making him look like a piece of shit. Basically, that's what happened, right? Ricky Starks looked like a piece of shit at the end of the night. He couldn't get up. Hobbs was done. He left. Ricky had to roll out of the ring.
Finally, there's a guy that has some fucking sense that realized NXT 2.0 is the greatest show every single week. Finally, Savage, you have admitted it. Thank God we have this recording.
All right, hold on. I never admitted it was the greatest show. I said...
But I'm going to say this right now. I'm just going
to let him have this.
AEW, mute your mics, folks. AEW is losing me. And shout out to Triple H and the new regime for having 2.2 million views on Raw, probably the biggest opening they had in 2 years. So shout out to that. And I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't even rated this whole thing. We're not even done. Raw was better than AEW tonight.
All right. Quite possible. Not going to argue about that. Now we're getting another match. It's the Gun Club versus the Acclaimed. And I was actually really excited about this match, obviously. You know, recently meeting Max Caster. I'm even more hyped for any match he's in. Yo, start my music. Yo, listen, yo. Listen. Acclaim gonna leave the Gun Club in a bad way. Got the match in the bag because it's trash day. No filter. We make the Ash Boys retired like Vince McMahon. I'm more positive than Joe Biden's COVID test. Just for you. The Ass Boys. The Acclaimed have arrived. Trash Boys. Fans are chanting. After the rap, Ass Boys try to suplex Bowens, but Bowens hits a double suplex. Gun Club power bombs Bowens into a dumpster. Now Caster gets dumped in, and the Gun Club tries to close it, but now the Acclaimed fight back with a cookie sheet. Max Caster taking out the trash as we go to break. Back from break, we see Anthony with a chant, "Let's go Bowens," which I was kind of surprised, because he never gets pops like that. But tonight they were chanting, "Let's go Bowens." He was on top of the dumpster doing a couple of spots, and he's trying to take out the trash, but Austin Gunn dumps Bowens on some trash cans ringside. Colton Gunn with a snap suplex on the steel stage. Big impact, sounded stiff. Bowens trying to fight back. Colton with a Colt 45 suplex on the ramp. That looked even more stiff. Now Austin calling for a big elbow drop off the top of the entrance. Max Caster sneaks up behind Austin Gunn, dumps him in the dumpster off the entrance. Now Max Caster with a mic drop off of the tunnel and destroys Colton Gunn with a huge elbow drop, crushing the table and obliterated. That's a lot of weight coming down. That's a big spot for him. That's the biggest spot he's ever had in AEW history. That was his little moment. And I liked it. It was good. It looked good. He got good height. Bowens now with a fireman's carry, dumps both of the Ass Boys in the dumpster. They close the lid. They Acclaimed are your winners. Then they tie the dumpster shut, and then they dump the dumpster off the stage. The only problem that I have with this is they should have had the dumpster a little better set up so that the second they were done tying it, they just immediately run it off the fucking stage. So that kind of killed that moment a little bit where they were struggling to kind of push it off the fucking stage. I'm not going to lie, that, you know, a little bit, because we've seen this before. Again, what does this remind you of? Again, second time tonight, we've seen Attitude Era match, a dumpster match. When was the last time we saw a dumpster match? When this guy's dad, Billy Gunn, it was Billy Gunn and Road Dogg versus, I believe, Mick Foley and Chainsaw Charlie.
Charlie, baby.
All right,
Terry
motherfucking Funk at the Garden. So they're sitting here, they're trying to recreate this iconic moment from the WWE. And nowadays, I'm gonna say it, the golden era was the 80s and the 90s, bitches. It's not just the 80s anymore. The golden era was the 80s and the 90s. So, you know, again, Tony Khan trying to copy WWE yet again. Jay, I'm going to go to you first. What are you rating it? What'd you think? Did you like that elbow drop? I thought that elbow drop for me was the move of the night. I thought it was iconic for Max Caster. His first big prime time spot on you know, Wednesday night. Dynamite.
Just give me a second. I want to just put my thoughts in. I know Max It's in the intro of our video, so spare me. Let me just skip my
Let's go to
in.
Gilch then first, because Gilch met Max. Gilch met Max, so let's go to Gilch.
I'm good right now. All I'm going to say is, look, not going to talk about this match. Not going to go moves. If you see my face, you already know how I feel about this match. But shout out to Max Caster and his rap. I'll say here, I'm not a fan of his rap, but tonight had me going. I was feeling just like the crowd was. But I guess you guys, Savage, you covered it well, and I'm sure Gilch will cover the batch well. That's as far as I go.
Gilch, how about you? What do you think?
I fucking loved it, man.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it.
I mean, you know, I mean, obviously me and you, Max is up there with us, but I actually love the Gun Club. I think they're great at what they do. Like, you know, a lot of times I have an argument with someone that, they suck, they're jobbers, but they're so good at what they do. You know, like they play that role like perfect. Like those pestering heels that
they remind me of Too Sexy.
Yeah. That's wow. Yeah, that's a good one there. But yeah, look, there wasn't a ton of wrestling beauty in this match. But it was nice to see, and obviously Tony kind of thinks what we think as far as, you know, Caster was the one who was given the big spots in this one, and so it was fun to see. We got to see more in the ring still from him, and you know, more in the match in general. But I'm gonna go pure entertainment 3-star.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. 3 stars. They pulled off some good spots. There wasn't too many botches. It was a fun match, and that's what it was about. It was about a fun storyline. They had the rap video to hype up the match, and then we get the match, and, you know, hopefully a conclusion to all this. Hopefully this is over now. They've taken out the trash. Now the Acclaimed can move on to bigger and better things. That's what I see happening from this. This is their exit from the mid-card scene, and this is their way to move on up, because I'll tell you something right now. The current tag team champions of AEW, they suck. And we need new tag team champs. So I would love to see the Acclaimed get a push that I feel like could send them there, man.
They 1,000, you know, you never know what happens with creative changes, but the way things are going, the way they've been booking them, they're going to get a tag team run. And they're going to hold the belts for a long time.
He's rocking the crowd.
Yeah.
People are loving him. They're going to start selling merch. Both these guys are good-looking guys. They're young. They're athletic. They have everything. They have the mic skills. Even Bowens, he has his line there just like DX. New Age Outlaws. They're literally the urban version of the fucking New Age Outlaws, but better. Better in the ring, better on the mic. Don't get me wrong, Road Dogg was good on the mic, but I think Max Caster has already shown how much potential he fucking has. Like, imagine 6 years from now. I look at this guy like he could be the next Rock, bro. That's how I look at him. He's got the size. He's got the look. He puts on a little weight, gains even more muscle. I think, you know, one day he can be like that kind of guy. Just because of the promos. You know, you cannot become like that if you can't, like, make people either hate you or love you. And I feel like Max Caster can.
Yeah. It's got to, like you said, it's got to start from there, and then the wrestling can get better and better and better.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
but if you have the personality,
you don't have it's
yeah. If you don't have the personality, look, The Rock couldn't wrestle that well when he first started. He worked his ass off, and obviously, you know, he had it in his blood. He already knew what was going on, and he picked it up like super fucking quick, quick. And look who we got to work with, bro. He was working with Triple H in the beginning. Running programs with him, man. You know how much he learned probably from Triple H in that 1 year, 2 years of Rocky Maivia versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
Yeah, no, it's, and I think Tony sees it too. I mean, Caster too. I mean, he comes from, you know, his mother was an Olympian and his father played like 12 seasons in the NFL, like 7 for the Jets. So I mean, like the bloodline, the athletic bloodline is there. So I think they're booking him now to go on a huge tag run, and then eventually, you know, his singles run will get there. He's still so young, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's helping his chances of ever getting hired by the WWE every time he shits on Vince, though. But I don't think he gives a fuck at this point.
Those days are gone. Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck, man. I got a 3-star. Jay didn't like it too much, but we know why. Because Jay wants to see wrestling. He thinks this is a circus show. I get it. So I feel you on that one, man. Well, now we get a video package of Mance Warner, who earned a shot to fight Jon Moxley on Rampage, apparently by winning the Battle Royale and beating Bully Ray at the Ric Flair's last match pay-per-view. On Rampage, we're also going to get the Madison Rain debut. And we're going to see Keith Lee and Swerve versus Josh Woods and Tony Nese with Smart Mark Sterling. This Saturday, Battle of the Belts, Claudio versus Takeshita. And I'm wondering what you guys think about that match. Jay, what do you... I'm actually looking forward to that match. I like Takeshita.
Not looking forward.
Well, we're going to do something at the end of the night tonight, without, I'm going to give some light to Takeshita and where I think about it. How about you, Gilch? Are you excited about Claudio versus Takeshita, Battle of the Belts?
Not really.
Wow, okay. I don't blame you, man. Is it Claudio that you're not excited for? Is that why?
No, I like Claudio. It's the other guy.
You don't like Takeshita?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, you like him? You like him that much?
I think he's incredible, but because, they have too many other fucking cooks in the kitchen.
Remind me, which one is this? The kid they called the Japanese Cena?
No, the kid that had a 5-star match with Hangman Adam Page. He had a 5-star match with Jon Moxley. He had, Takeshita. I call him Takeshita now because that's his name. But, we used to call him Takeshita. Excalibur was even calling him Takeshita the first night he made his debut. But anyway, the card for Battle of the Belts is Claudio versus him. Then you have Wardlow versus Jay Lethal. And you have Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's Championship. So Hayter's getting a shot at the title. That's pretty... I don't think she's going to win. Do you think she has a shot, Jay?
Nah, she's not a win. I don't even know why they even having this pay-per-view. Feels like why is this even happening?
I don't know. I feel like this didn't really get hyped up well. We didn't see a promo or nothing like that. I guess we'll see something on Rampage. I'm assuming that's going to be the main event, probably. I think.
Yikes.
Anyway, that match between Claudio and Takeshita is, or Takeshita, that's for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And Takeshita said tonight that he's been a champion in Japan, but now it's time for him to be a champion in America. So I'm pretty sure he's taking the hard L to Claudio, and that's how that's going to go. Now we're going to get the main event, Chris Jericho versus Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler comes out, Wiggle joins commentary, Jericho out here with his boy, Claudio joins ringside to even it up. Both men square off in the ring. Jericho slaps Yuta flicks Jericho's hurt nose. Basically, this kid, I'm not even going to read all the notes I have. I mean, it was a pretty good fucking match. I'll read like the last 2 paragraphs, but the match started off with Wheeler Yuta just basically being a dick, fucking with Jericho's broken nose, trying to hurt him as much as he could. Wheeler grabs the ropes. Edwards is now forced to break. I'm sorry. Where am I? Yuta at the end of the match. Let's get into the end of the match. Yuta attacks the nose again, gets a submission. Regal has been teaching him, which is like a kind of cross-face looking thing, but more like sideways, and he's yanking on the guy's neck. He didn't give it a name. He just said it's a submission. He's been training him. It looks pretty good. Jericho goes to grab, but he tries to grab a bat, and I didn't even see how the bat got in the ring. Did you guys notice how the bat got in the ring? So there was just a bat there out of nowhere, and a no DQ match, or there's no right. It's a regular match. There's disqualifications. So the bat somehow gets there. We don't know how. They didn't show us. Aubrey stops this from happening, and then Jericho uses this distraction to do a low blow on Yuta, connect the walls of Jericho, and he won't let go. He won't let go of the hold at all until Moxley comes out and then makes Jericho run for the hills. One thing I'll say, Jericho went for the Lion Salt, and it looked like he completely missed Wheeler Yuta's knees that he put up. That looked like a botch. End of the night, Jericho has a mic. Moxley, you just unleashed a demon. Next week, you want the last survivor of Stu Hart's dungeon. You got it. You got Lionheart next week. I'm going to stretch the shit out of you and become the new AEW champion. You can guarantee it. Gilch, I'll go to you. What did you think of this match and the promo?
I don't know. I was kind of fading, to be honest with you, at this point. I really was.
I don't blame you.
It sucks because like for the longest time, like shit, man, like I was enthralled on a Wednesday night at 9:58. You know.
Yeah.
But it was a swing and a miss for me.
We used to see 5-star matches all the time. That's what I'll say. That's the biggest change in AEW over the last 2 months. Yeah. When them, like, I think their peak was during that Owen Hart tournament they were doing. There was just bangers after bangers after bangers. Since then, I feel like decline, especially after Punk's injury. After Punk's injury, as far as pure entertainment goes, it's been on a nasty decline. I don't know. Jay, what do you think about this match and the promo? And tell me, who do you think's gonna win next week?
Yeah, I got some notes on this match. So I got here that Jericho did a horrible drop kick as Weeder Useless was coming from the top rope. Everyone seems to be doing elbow strikes to the head. Not only Blackpool, but now all AEW rosters, which is fucking ridiculous to me. Weeder Useless did some 5 German suplexes that look like shit. Weeder Useless did 3 two-face suicidas that look like shit. Jericho had that horrible code breaker on Weeder Useless that looked like shit. Everything looked like shit. That was my last thing on the note that I have here for this match. Everything looked like shit. No lie, folks.
You forgot to read the good side.
There was nothing good about this. I thought Jericho could have embarrassed himself last week when he cut himself on national TV, but now he just certainly took the icing on the cake with this one. No rating, but the promo was good. I liked it. It's the Jericho that we fucking want, the Jericho that Moxley's been asking for, that I've been asking for the last fucking 10, 15 years, but we haven't seen it. And I will give that a 2.5.
In my opinion, they need to go full fucking wizard on this next week's match. Like, if he becomes the champion, they need to go full JAS and just make it like eat up a good chunk of the show. Have Jericho just fucking ruining everybody's night, making fun of everybody, making fun of the fans, making fun of wrestlers. I hope he wins because I feel like that would be better entertainment than just Moxley coming out every week. And another thing, Yuta, Wheeler, whatever the fuck they're calling him, they're putting this kid, I don't know who the fuck he either sucked off or impressed, but somebody put this kid on the fast track to success. They've already put straps on him from other fucking corporations. They got him in the main event of Dynamite. He's fighting legends week after fucking week. And he's not bad. I don't think he's like as good as they're making him out to be, though. This guy's way better than fucking, Wheeler Yuta, which we're going to get into before we end the night. Before we end this night tonight, I'm going to get each one of your guys as top 10 wrestlers in AEW as of right fucking now. And we're going to go one by one.
There's none.
Number 1. Who's your number 1 right now, Jay? You start us off. Who's your number 1 wrestler in AEW active right now?
There's none. I don't have a number 1.
Come on, man.
I really don't. I'm dead ass. Everybody's a fucking clown there.
You have to rate from the current pool of talent right now. All right? You have to look at it like this. You're wrestling. You're
talent.
All right. You never heard of fucking the NBA Hall of Fame? They have like wrestling or journalists that have opinions. Unfortunately, they have to do their job, even if they don't like the people they're talking about.
I will not name a number 1. I do not have a number 1 in AEW.
You have to give me one, man. Stop it.
I don't. I really don't.
So who's the number 2?
I will be giving a lot.
Who's your number 2?
I don't have a number anything for AEW.
Wow. All right, so this is going to go between me and Gilch then, because Jay doesn't want to participate. Gilch, who's your number 1 right now in AEW? Who's your number 1 guy in AEW right now? The man. Best wrestler on the fucking roster. Who's wrestling today? Not injured.
Max Caster.
All these guys are hurt. Jesus, I'm scrolling through the roster and I can't believe how hurt all these.
It's a good idea.
See.
Well, forget about the roster, man. You can go by what you've seen on TV.
Can't even name a top 1. Can't even name top 1. Come on, Gilch. Who's number 1?
Oh man, this is me personally. My favorite wrestler, who I think is the best wrestler.
No. Who do you think? The question is this: who is your currently number 1 active ranked professional wrestler / sports entertainer in AEW?
Word.
Jericho.
Keyword active.
Chris Jericho's number 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Total package. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie to you. After,
Mike.
all right, you know what? For the sake of everything, let's combine tag teams in this as well. So tag teams aren't individuals in this. They're considered part of the thing. So for me, my number one, and if you want to change yours after I say it, feel free. My number one is FTR.
TR, yeah.
FTR, number one in the world right now. AEW wrestlers. Who's your number two? If you're not changing it,
that's not even debatable. That's not even debatable.
who's your number? Is Jericho still your number one now?
No, I gotta go FTR.
All right, so FTR is your number one. For me, number two has to be the Lucha Brothers for me. I think Ray Phoenix and him, they put on like banger after banger after banger, and then they get shitted on. They were former champions. I think they're better than the Young Bucks, but that's just me personally. You know, tag team. The tag teams are the best things going right now in AEW.
You know who should be on this list and then not being utilized anymore?
Who?
Fucking Malachi. Buddy Matthews? This guy can't get
I can't call these guys active, man, because I don't see them on Dynamite. I don't see them on Rampage, and if I do, it's like a stupid fucking gimmick match or some shit. Actually, you know who I'm gonna go to number two? I'm changing my number two. Fuck those guys. Number two is Andrade. Tyler, he's probably the most talented guy on that roster that's not gonna be utilized either.
Yeah.
Who's your number three? Or who's your number two? You have FTR and then Jericho, I guess?
Yeah, FTR, Jericho.
All right. So you got FTR, Jericho. Number three, I'm going to go with, unfortunately, Mr. European, Pac.
I'll go Claudia.
Number four, I'm going to go with... oh, God. This roster is fucking hard to look at. I'm gonna. Oh, God, it's brutal. It really is. It gets worse the more you scroll down too. And the fact that they have Mr. Brody Lee Jr. on the roster says, and Brody Lee's still on the roster too. He's on the active roster.
Davian's back on the roster.
Oh my God! All right, I'm gonna go with Sammy Guevara as my number. What was it? We're up to 3, 4. My number 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sammy.
Sammy. All right. Number 5 is I'll give it to Chris Jericho. Who's your 5?
To Jay's delight, it's got to be Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy. All right. Number 6, I'm going with Wardlow.
Shit. Ricky Starks.
Number 7, I'm going with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, she's box office. I'll go Jade.
All right. Number 8, I'm going with pure wrestling wise. I'm gonna give it to fucking. I'm gonna give it to Darby Allin.
Britt Baker.
Good choice. Good choice. Is Kyle O'Reilly active? If he's active, then I'm calling. He'd be higher, but I haven't seen him in a fucking minute. I don't even know. I guess I can't say Kyle O'Reilly because I haven't seen him in a match recently. So, last couple of weeks. Shit. Danhausen? Nah. I guess I'll give it to fucking Dante Martin, right? He's had some bangers in the last couple of weeks. I'll put him up there.
Acclaimed.
Oh, yeah, I'll put the Acclaimed up there after that, all right. Where are we at, 10 now? That's it. Who? Christian Cage, I guess?
Daniel Garcia.
Matt Hardy? All right, Daniel Garcia. There you go. It's a pretty sad top 10 is my point that I'm trying to make. Because, like I said, that phrase that I said earlier, lack of star power. I mean, you look at this roster right now, like when you really scroll down, I mean, here's the champions. You have CM Punk, who is the AEW World Champion. You have Jon Moxley, who's the interim AEW World Champion. Basically, the fake champion until Punk comes back and, you know, they fight for it. Thunder Rosa is your AEW World Champion. Super stiff, fucking can't cut a fucking promo, no fucking charisma, no personality as soon as that fucking microphone hits her fucking lips. In the ring, she could be 100 times better, but instead she's fucking stiff, She gives too many fucking receipts, and she's pissing off the locker room one woman at a time. Tag team champions. Swerve and Our Glory. Like, that shit is pathetic, bro. Jay, what do you think of Swerve and Our Glory, man?
Oh God! Every time I see them, I just want to throw up. Like, I don't even know why they even got the belts, and because I know they ain't selling no merch whatsoever. I mean, Jesus, I'd rather have the Gun Club be the champs.
Damn, bro. I mean, all these champions and nobody on TV. I mean, we saw Moxley, we saw Thunder, we saw Wardlow, but no Jade. Even though she's the TBS champion and Dynamite's on fucking TBS.
Probably Friday, bro.
She's the TBS champion, man. Don't.
She's coming Wednesday.
Fuck!
They already announced it.
Next Wednesday? Wake at the Lake? Who's she fighting? Who's she fighting?
It's open challenge, though.
Open challenge. Oh, man. Where's Athena? They already fired her?
Hopefully she's the open challenge. They got great chemistry together.
Pac, not tonight. We didn't see him on the show. We saw Keith Lee and Swerve for a second, but it looked like Keith Lee got knocked out or something.
Why?
I think we have to give up Pac. We're not seeing him on TV.
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
Except for the phone videos.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, then we definitely wouldn't see him. But the rest of this roster is looking brutal. Who the fuck's Aaron Solo? Is he good? He's 1-7 singles record.
Who the fuck is the guy Moxley's fighting? How about that one? What the fuck is that?
I would like to know who the guy Hobbs fought. I'm looking at some of these records right now for current year. For 2022, Adam Cole's 15-3, Hangman's 9-4. Some guy named Allen Angels of the Dark Order's 9-9.
He's gone.
Alex Reynolds is 6-2. Andrade is 6-3.
Hey, can I pause you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Alex Reynolds, man, the new Cap TV champion, right?
That's right.
We saw him win that belt.
Angela Parker, now I know his name, but am I going to remember it next week? I doubt it, man. Angela Parker, he's 0-0, tag team 4-0, trios 3-2. The fact that there's 3 different records is fucking wild, man. So overall, Angela Parker's 10-2. He's got a better record than Adam Cole.
His record things are so stupid.
This is bad, man. Just you reading this is
yo,
bad.
Brian Pillman Jr.
I can't even listen to this horrible fucking stats.
Brian Pillman Jr. He's 6-5 overall this year. Bobby Fish is 8-4. Brandon Cutler.
Brian Cage? What's Brian Cage this year?
Brandon Cutler is 1-4 this year. Yo, let me ask you this: what do you think Daniel Bryan's record is? Bryan Danielson's record is right now, overall.
I don't know. This is bad.
He's 14-3. Listen to this. This is crazy. He's 14-3. Do you know what Brody Lee's record is this year? I'm sorry, not Brody Lee. Even though he's on the roster, but I'm going to check what his record is in a second, too.
I don't know.
Brody King is 10-1, son. He's got a 10-1 win rate. Jericho's 7-3 this year. I'm trying to see who's got... I'm not going to go out everybody. Danhausen's 1-1 this year. Jesus. Colton Gunn is 16-6. Holy shit. When the fuck did that happen? And look at Dante Martin. Look how many matches he's had. 19-9. How many matches has he had? Darby Allin's 10-6. Darius Martin 6-1. Dax Hardwood 8-4. Gold Dust 1-2. Eddie Kingston 6-3. Ethan Page 6-3. Evil Uno 12-8. Even Frankie Kazarian's 12-5. Fuego del Sol is 4-7. Hook is 9-0. Hook is 9-0.
This is all bad.
Jay Lethal.
This is all bad.
13-3. Jeff Hardy 8-1. Jeff Hardy's 8-1, son.
The fans are writing to us saying we don't give a shit about these bad records.
Yo, John Moxley's son. John Moxley is 25-1. Holy shit, what a record.
Look at Luther's record.
I'm gonna get up to where's Luther? I'm gonna get up to him now. Oh my god, he's 0-10 this year, 12-50. He's like, he still has a better record than Kurt Hawkins. Oh my god. Mark Henry. Why would they even have his overall record here? He's not fighting. So stupid.
Imagine you're such a talented wrestler like Buddy Matthews and you finally go to AEW and you're like, yeah, I'm going to a professional wrestling company. They throw the black garb on you and your singles record after being here is 0-1.
My man Max Caster, 30 matches. They're 20-10, bro. You know, like that's how you can see who's doing the most work in the year. You look at the records and you can see how many matches, who's had the most matches. I mean, look at fucking Miro. He's only 2-1 this year. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
That's pathetic. And they have Brody Lee Jr. over here who's 0-0. And then for 2020 for Brody Lee was he was 11-3. Malachi Black is 10-2 this year. Orange Cassidy's 5-3. He's only had 8 matches this year.
Mark Sterling 0-2.
Yeah, I saw that. Paul White is apparently 1-0. Don't piss me off with that shit. When was that match?
I remember he came out and squashed somebody.
Powerhouse Hobbs is 15-4. Look, Ray Phoenix. Explain this. How is Ray Phoenix 4-5, bro?
Check out Serpentico's record.
QT Marshall should be fired. He's 6-17. No, look at Peter Avalon, Dick. He's 1-4, man. Don't piss me off with that shit. Man.
Scroll to Serpentico.
I will. Sammy Guevara 11-3. Ricky Starks 14-5. Samoa Joe 5-1. Serpentico. Where's Serpentico? 1-26. Oh my god. Look at Scorpio Sky. My man's 12-2 this year, and then they just fucking shitted on him for that last match. What the fuck, man? Who are these people? Sting's 4-0 this year. That makes sense. Butcher and Blade 5-9. What? Why? Tony Nese, he's 12-3 this year. Okay. We're almost done. Wardlow 16-2, and that's it. Okay, whoop-de fucking do. But these records are stupid.
It's so retarded, they really are.
So dumb, because you make so many people look so fucking bad over the course of the year. That's why they have to reset this shit every fucking year. But they actually keep the career wins too, which is pretty fucking... It's going to be pretty scary for some people. I mean, look at Serpentico. His career, he's 13-83. Like, how do you recover from that shit? He's got the most losses in AEW, Serpentico does. 83 losses.
Talk about a jobber, huh? Just come in, get squashed, collect your check, go home. That's it. Do it again.
I'm trying to see if anybody even else comes close to those career losses, and I don't even think it's possible. That's a lot of matches just losing. Fuego is 11-56. Oh my god. What is AEW doing with these records? Moxley career 78-11. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anything else you guys want to touch on? Or are we gonna just fucking end this bullshit? This is so upsetting to see these people's records like this. I'm trying to find a bigger loser than that guy, and there's nobody. Not even close. Not even close. Look at poor Sean Spears, 45-20. You made Sean Spears lose 20 times. The chairman.
The chairman just is having a baby with Cassidy.
Unfucking real, bro. All right, so here's my next question. Since you guys still want to maybe go for a minute, Gilch, I'll go to you real quick. Who is the biggest disappointment in AEW since its creation?
Shit, I don't know, man.
Jay, you have one?
I'm thinking.
The guy with the butterflies, Adam Page. Worst fucking disappointment in AEW, period.
Well, at least he had a championship run. My biggest disappointment in AEW is...
Oh, God.
Adam Cole.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there, but no, I'm going with just straight up Miro, man. Like, Miro should have came in and just been champion, like, immediately. Like, fuck that. Miro should have came in and been champion. Like, 100%. Right off Jump Street. He's bigger, he's better, he's stronger, he's famous, he had a run, we all know who he is. Guy came out with a tank at WrestleMania, like, it don't get bigger and badder than that shit. Like, I don't want to fucking hear it. Jay says Hangman, and you're saying Adam Cole. Alright. Anything else we want to touch on? Because we got people watching us right now. They apparently like hearing us babble. We can keep babbling or we can end this shit. I'm good with either.
I don't got nothing to touch on, so
But
I think we covered it.
Gil just tried. He's like, yeah.
What's everybody's long-term predictions in the other promotion with the world title?
as of late, I don't know, man. It looks like it's the Roman Reigns fucking show for the foreseeable fucking future. So, I mean, at this point, you might as well let Cody take it off Roman. If the Rock's not coming to Mania, then yeah, I'm calling that. If Rock comes to Mania, then I'm calling Seth Cody. And then hopefully Theory screws Cody at the end of the night, like Jay wants.
I'm tired of this Seth Cody shit. Maybe people here watching love it. I hate it. I don't want to see it. I want to see Cody win the belt and get screwed in 2 minutes after he wins to Theory. That will make Theory a fucking star on the biggest stage in Hollywood, WrestleMania.
Listen. If you want to make his fucking, if you want to make his championship like super fucking memorable, then yeah, you take it off the big dog, you take it off the tribal chief, and you do it at WrestleMania in convincing fashion, and then you make him actually like what I would do.
That's not what I said.
Theory comes out, tries to cash in, and then Cody wins that match too, and then Cody's your champion.
I'd rather see Cody get screwed. It's the perfect story to his whole family's career. Let's face it. They always get screwed. It would be perfect. And let's face it, it's a new era. And after WrestleMania, it starts off as a new era. So it really needs to start off Theory versus Cody Rhodes as the new era.
Yeah. I feel you on that shit.
No more Rollins. No more Rollins. Sorry.
You don't want Rollins at all?
We've seen too many times, folks. Come on.
All right, let me ask you this question. Who is the WWE champion at WrestleMania? Who is the United States champion at WrestleMania?
Don't care about that belt. It's being treated like shit.
How about you, Gilch? Who's the U.S. champ? Who's the world champ?
Care less about the
No.
US belt.
Who's the tag team champ at Mania?
That's another belt I could care less.
If I believe that my original thought, the bloodline has to all go down on one night. So if I think Roman's gonna have the belt at Mania, I think the whole bloodline's still gonna have the belts. Good lord.
Oh my god. What happens if we see Roman just like what if they like are trolling us to the point where like this guy's gonna have the belt for like 3 more years?
Right? Listen,
What if that's the actual fucking plan, bro? Like that might make me sick to my stomach. Like,
Wrestling with Savage will be almost like 11 years old, and we're
still talking about fucking
32. Roman, his hair's gray
God.
now, but he's still got the belt. He's
Wrestling
still
with
the
Savage, episode 1026. Roman Reigns is still your fucking champion. Ah! Fuck, man.
Perfect.
That's what it feels like because Jay's been saying it since we started the show that he wants Roman to break Hulk Hogan's record. I sent you guys that screenshot in the group chat, and you saw how many more days it's gonna fucking take for him to beat Hogan's record. That's another like 700 days.
They can't even make wrestlers there either.
It's
Same
like
shit.
2 more. It's like literally Gilch. If they want him to really break that record, it's 2 more years. And then if they want him to break Bruno's record, add another fucking 3 more years to that.
Yeah,
Could break Hogan's record too.
No, I agree with you. I think well, at least Vince would have been totally on board with here's the plan. Roman's going to hold the title for 4 years. The super heel, he's going to be so hated. I think they'd be good with that.
I think that's what he wants, man.
Well, I think the deterrent to that is I don't think Roman would be good with that because, apparently he doesn't want to be here forever. So
Imagine the storyline for Mania is that The Rock comes back and challenges him for the title, and then Reigns just beats The Rock too, and tribal chief, I am the head of the fucking table.
Can you ever imagine that?
It could, it's a possibility, man. Because don't think, bro, crazier things have happened.
I don't want it to happen.
I know you don't want it
Like
to happen. I'm just saying, crazier
Just like
things
I
have
didn't want
happened.
to
Man.
watch Cena Rock too. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to. Well, thank you.
Oh man, I don't know. Clash at the Castle. There's no chance Drew's beating him. So
No,
That's turning into a bad pay-per-view.
This is all filler. The only thing we can hope for is, I know Jay don't like Theory, but even if you don't like Theory, the only thing you can hope for is like Trips is totally in line with pushing Theory, so they make him cash in soon and just win it, just beat Roman, and then maybe he loses it to someone else. Like that would be like the quickest way to get the belt off Roman.
you got to just get the belt moving, just to get some fucking something going, man. But here's a point I wanted to make. Yo, this is the 1st August. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure this is a fact. I think this is the first August we're never going to get a WWE pay-per-view.
Good. After what I saw on that,
because I'm pretty sure SummerSlam has always been in August every fucking year for the last 30-something fucking years. And now all of a sudden they did it in July, and we don't have a pay-per-view now in WWE until September for Clash at the Castle, which happens to be right next to the same time they're doing, what is it, Full Gear, right? Or All Out? Which one is it, Full Gear?
All Out.
All Out. All Out. All Out. Ah, fuck, man. What's gonna, at least All Out's probably gonna be better than Clash at the fucking Castle. The only cool thing about Clash at the Castle is that it's happening in the UK and it hasn't happened for 30 years. But guess what? They're gonna, Roman's gonna, you're right, he is not losing this match because they want him to be a bad guy. And that place is gonna be fucking all Drew McIntyre, right? And they're just gonna shit on everybody's dreams that night. All those people that, think that it's their guy that's gonna beat Roman. And guess what? He's not. That's not true. They have a real star. The problem is he's fucking... There's two guys who are worthy of beating Roman Reigns. And their names are Seth Rollins and fucking Cody Rhodes. Those are the only two guys that are believable to me to actually beat fucking Roman Reigns. Unless you're talking about 2 years from now, then I would say Gunther and maybe Braun Breaker would be the other two names I might throw on that list. Everybody else is not believable.
I got one. I got a kind of a funny meme I just read. Now that we've witnessed the triumphant return of Ric Flair, I think it's finally time. Hulk Hogan's last match. And it's a picture of Hogan versus Roman at Crown Jewel. I almost pissed myself.
Yo, that shit would be hot. They'd have to pay Hulk Hogan $90 million. They'd probably have to pay him more than the lawsuit.
Let's all pull together and get the Hulkster one more match. Oh man, that's funny.
That would be great. He might beat him. Right? Imagine that he comes back to stop him from beating his record. And he's like, you have another thing coming, brother. I'm back. Rips the shirt. Big boot.
Then he comes back NWO Hogan.
Big boot, leg drop. Yo, he comes back NWO and Cena's with him.
And he writes "fuck Vince" on the new title that he makes for himself.
That would be hot. Imagine if Cena came out with NWO shirt that said "fuck Vince," hat backwards, Thugonomics chain, starts ripping, and he says "yo," and the first thing he says is "yo, listen."
Oh man.
Cena loves Caster too. I heard Cena talk about him.
Yeah.
And he said he's already a better rapper than I was at his age.
Yeah, 100%. That's not even fucking arguable, bro. That's not even fucking arguable, bro. But that shit was cool to see him do the Cena shuffle.
Yeah, it was. One of our viewers, Brent, said Hogan in his sudden death coffin match.
Yeah, why not, man? At this point, do a Punjabi death match, triple threat match or something with Roman, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair and call it a day. Why not? Get all the GOATs in there, right? Get John Cena in there, Randy Orton in there. Triple H comes out of retirement. You have a Elimination Chamber match with barbed wire surrounding the whole cage is in barbed wire. And there's no pods. They're all in there from the start. And they all have a bat with barbed wire before the match starts. You just go. Should be hot.
Sounds like a full Heyman production.
Yeah, ECW holds crowd chanting ECW, AEW. Fuck, man. So, Jay, you really think Raw was better than AEW?
Tonight, yes.
What part of Raw? I guess Raw was better, actually. Yeah, it was better production. First hour was commercial-free. But we only got one good match that night.
Exactly. That should say enough. One match destroyed AEW tonight.
Damn, it's fucked up.
2.2 million views.
Coach, do you agree with that? Do you think Raw was better than AEW tonight?
I think they were close.
I
think NXT was better than AEW and Raw.
Oh, that's my number one.
You motherfuckers are gonna
always.
You're gonna make like my one night where I don't have anything wrestling related to do. End up watching this show. I know it.
Should have been last night.
Oh, you missed out. That main event was fire, bro. You should watch it on YouTube or something.
Was it Tony D, you said?
No.
Oh, this guy made a good comment. Brent just said AEW tonight was like a long episode of Dark. Yo, that's like probably the best statement I've ever read in the chat. It's probably fucking true. My God.
Yes, he's probably one of my followers.
Was there any breaking news today in the world of wrestling? Anybody else get injured or kidnapped or some kind of stupidity? I don't even know.
I'll just end it on a high note. Shout out to Madison Rain as being the coach of the women's.
I didn't want to end it, bro. There's mad people watching.
So, shout out to her. I've been a fan of her since Impact, since Beautiful People, Angela, You Love, Velvet Sky. So, kudos to her.
Yo, Impact is trash, bro. I can't watch that shit.
Nah, never trash, bro.
You watch it every Thursday?
Here and there. Not biblically, but I watch some.
Why don't you watch it and then make a video and then send it to me and I'll upload it on the channel. We can give the Impact fans.
Yana Purrazzo's injured now. I can't, man.
You know what the problem?
She had a sprained ankle at that horrible of an embarrassment.
Ric Flair match?
Sunday night.
I didn't know that. That sucks.
Yeah.
She was actually pretty good that night.
Don't say too many mean things about Diana, okay?
Nah, never mind.
She's a legend.
She's a legend.
Yeah, she's a legend.
She's a legend.
Local product, New Jersey.
Yo, is Matt
Longest
Cardona...
Impact Wrestling woman of all time.
Are we going to see Matt Cardona take over AEW at some point?
That'd be dope.
I think that would be so dope right now if he just came back and just won the interim championship. Just mix things up like crazy.
That's a guy. I have no idea what his relationship is with Triple H. Obviously, Vince didn't think of him as anything like, anything above him, that's for sure. But that'd be a wild comeback. Like that'd be like a Cody-like comeback,
I think he's good where he's at, man. I'm pretty sure he's making
right.
a lot more money than what he's making over there. So I think he's good, man.
No, yeah, but you know he would run back to WWE if they offered him a big money contract.
Well, $750, $500, I wouldn't turn it down either.
I would have said no. What you just said, I would have said no 100 times out of 100 before Cody happened. Because that's what I would have said about Cody 100 times. He would never take a contract back in WWE. Fucking ran, so.
Nah, Cody, dude, Zack Ryder or whatever the fuck you're calling him these days, he would come back, man, for the money, man. But the question is, if he did come back, would he come back as Matt Cardona or would he come back as Zack Ryder? Because it's like, Ryder. You think so? Really?
They always come back to their original name. Everyone.
Drew McIntyre did, that's for sure.
Exactly.
But look, Drew made a big impact, though. Like, I feel like Matt is doing the same thing that Drew did. Drew went to ICW in England over there, making fire, making headlines, cutting sick promos, matches. Comes back home.
Yeah,
there's no one.
Still got a long way to go.
There's no one in the world right now in the Indies that's more successful than he's been. I mean, let's face it.
Who, Drew?
No,
Matt Cardona.
Matt,
Matt Cardona, yeah.
I understand a big deal. They put a belt on. He's just a face. I understand that, but still, he's putting seats. He's putting people in fucking seats.
He has a whole universe going on, man. He has his YouTube channel. He has his toy shit.
His wife wrestles in Impact.
Yeah.
She's fucking gorgeous.
And he's in and out of Impact whenever the fuck he wants. They call him up. He goes to NWA. I think he's having the time of his life right now.
Yep, that's what I think.
Just chilling, traveling, nobody telling him what to do, having fun. He's so well prepared he was well prepared for the world of wrestling before WWE was. He understood the power of the social media and the platforms and then just overall connecting with fans and then giving fans content that WWE's not giving them. That's why his YouTube channel blew up the way it did, and that's why Vince didn't like him. Vince didn't like him because he was trying to create his own world off of Vince's work. Because Vince, at the end of the day, he's famous because of Vince McMahon. Let's not fucking mix that up. He's famous because of Vince McMahon, but he became even more famous and more legendary because of all his individual work and effort. But Vince is just upset at that initial, you're trying to hop off my fucking company. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he didn't like it. Maybe he thinks he's making a mockery of wrestling. Who knows? Or maybe he thinks he's just a mark-ass bitch because he collects figures and, loves all these wrestlers. And, he's the type of guy that probably asks people for autographs. Stone Cold, sign this. Can't be like that in front of Vince. Vince don't like that shit. Couple of things Vince don't like. He don't like smokers, and he don't like fucking people. He wouldn't like me at all. He wouldn't even sit in the fucking room with me. You tell me I stink, you fuck off. He's done with you. If you blow your nose wrong, if you blow your nose in front of Vince McMahon, you're probably getting fired.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
okay. Okay, he's very weird. You don't remember those vignettes from Brody Lee? Just making fun of Vince? Those were all money. By the way, that was Brody Lee's best fucking work. All those vignettes on Vince.
I don't think they were all money, but...
Nah, they were money, bro. For me, they were money because it was fresh. Because he just left WWE and he's cutting all these promos, making fun of Vince in the boardroom, in the meeting room. You know, he mimicked the guy that was coughing and sneezing, told him to get out. The other guy was trying to eat before him. You never eat before me. I always get the first bite. Like, that's all out of Vince McMahon's mouth.
Yeah, I don't feel the same.
No?
Nah, I don't think they were all money.
I liked them. He obviously left a legacy big enough where they still like honor him every year, and they honor his son, his family. Dark Order's still around. What's happening with Dark Order though? Is Dark Order going to be here in 10 years?
Dark Order will always be around in 10 years. Yes.
Think so?
Of course, the man has died. This Cassidy, they will always be around. It could be one member, and they will still call it the Dark Order. So.
The Dork Order?
They'll always be around. The Dork Order, yes.
Would you talk shit to his son if you met him?
I'd talk shit to every fucking Dork Order member. I would meet and greet their fucking ass and be like, do you like doing this? Do you see yourself moving up the ranks by being a fucking dork? See what they say to me. Maybe they'll hit me. Maybe they'll answer me. Or maybe they'll be honest and say, yeah, you're right. I really don't like this.
Did you catch the interview with Triple H on Impulsive? I caught a couple of snippets, not the whole thing.
Nah, I didn't watch that.
I heard it was good. I heard that he was getting into stories.
I don't like Logan Paul, though.
He was getting into detailed stories about the match at SummerSlam between The Rock, Kurt Angle, and him, the triple threat match. And he was talking about like Kurt Angle getting concussed and him specifically telling the referee, take him to the fucking back, and if he can't remember the finish, don't you fucking bring him back out here. Because he was done. He was sitting at ringside. Kurt was done. He was like this. And Stephanie was like trying to talk to him. Like, Kurt, are you alright? And he's like, he's gone. You remember that match, Gilch, where he went for the pedigree on the table and Kurt just went face first? Instant concussion?
Yeah.
Legendary moment.
Everyone knew he was out, too.
He was done, man.
It's funny because it's not like you heard about it later and you went back to watch it again. No, you knew. Watch it.
No, he was done. And then The Rock and Triple H had to carry that match for a little bit. But like, see, like back then, man, like how good was that those matches and that whole like year, 2 years was so fucking good. Like it was hard for Raw to be bad back then.
We had WrestleMania main events on multiple times as a Raw main event.
Yeah, crazy shit, bro. You get big matches between like The Rock and Brock Lesnar on a SmackDown, or Rock and Undertaker, Randy Orton and John Cena, all kinds of shit. Like they would never end.
And like the Raw after a pay-per-view was always off the hook. I remember when they finally got Kane to beat Stone Cold, and Raw started with they had like the red carpet out. They were giving Kane his coronation. Stone Cold came out, said he wants his rematch, stunned him twice, took the belt back on like a Monday, the day after the pay-per-view.
The biggest difference to me in wrestling today is like the fans from yesterday to the fans today. I feel like just like the fans in the Attitude Era were like on another level, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like more wild, more everybody else. Like all the kids today, like a lot of them are just calm. Like they're just crying when their wrestler gets beat up. They're not even cheering. They're just like, I don't know. Jay, do your kids like wrestling? No way, right? And Gilch, you said you're trying to get your kid into wrestling.
She's 5.
Yeah.
I try like.
But I saw her at the live show. She looked like she was into it.
Which one?
At the live show at Dynamite. Yeah, she was into it. It looked like.
So yeah, like she knows what she's watching is like something cool, like like it's something. Oh, I don't know, I'm watching with Daddy, but she's not yet into like the storylines or anything. I'm thinking like probably like I look at the girls in the audience and I see like 7 is probably like perfect.
Is your wife ever worried about like her seeing the violence of wrestling or like anything? That doesn't give a shit, right?
Right now, just no violence. Not really. The language. I accidentally not accidentally. I put AEW on, and Sammy and Ty came out for one of those promos. They said something. It was like 3 curses back and forth. She just looked at me like, and I'm like, yeah, this is probably too edgy to have on while she's here. So.
My wife was yelling at me last night because I decided to watch NXT in the living room. And of course, what match has to start off the night on NXT? The Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match. So you see all these, like, you know, women coming out. She go, this is why you're watching this shit, fucking pig. I'm like, listen, no, they're professional wrestlers and they're wrestling, so I must watch it. I have to know what's going on. Now let me pay attention. She's like, oh, you want to pay attention to these bitches? But yeah, I don't think she wants me to get my kid into wrestling like immediately, and I don't think she understands that there's no choice. I've already been power bombing him. He's not even 2 yet. You know what I mean? So I mean, he loves it. He goes down. He's like, yeah. It's over, man. He'll be dropping elbows soon, man.
That's great.
I hope so. All right, well, that's Wrestling with Savage. This is episode 74. We're cutting it because honestly, we're probably all tired, and we covered as much as we could tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us, Jay. Thank you for being here, Gilch. Thank you for being here.
Oh, wait.
Big Vito, let me fucking know when you want to come on the fucking show.
Call me, bro.
Anytime. I'll do my best to keep Jay on his best behavior, and you know, we'll get you on the show, ask you some questions. Everybody else, thank you for watching. Have a good night, and God bless. We'll see you guys on Friday night for SmackDown, or at least I'll see you. And I just want to say, you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts. Max Caster, your future AEW champion. Fucking man. Yeah.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Bronson, you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.